Hello. Hi everyone. Welcome back. So guys, as part of the today's session, let us have a look into how exactly we can generate two different types of reports. One is a HTML reports and as well as an Allure reports in our code base. So the first and a foremost thing is a HTML reports. In order to work on this particular HTML reports, you need to add a PyTest hyphen HTML. So to the existing Selenium code base, what I'm doing means go to PyCharm, go to settings, and here in the interpreter, I was just searching for this PyTest HTML. Okay, so PyTest HTML, and I was selecting this and I was just installing this particular package. Okay, the PyTest HTML, I was just installing this particular package. And upon installing this PyTest HTML package, right, so I was just creating a new test here. Okay, let me create a new test here. Test underscore edit. Okay, I just created a new test here. And what I am doing right now means I was just copying my code that launches, okay, copying my code that launches an application for me. So here, and additionally, what I want to do here is, okay, so let me get my def. Okay, so first of all, for this, we need to start with a class declaration and then we need to go with the desired chunks. So here, class test edit. Okay, so I just want to go my class with a test edit, and on top of it, okay, so here I was gonna use this. Okay, so on top of it I wanna use my test login app. Okay, test login app, I don't wanna all these things. And in this test of a login app, I wanna specify, okay, I wanna specify my Chrome browser launch, in which, okay, in which I wanna, okay, in which I wanna define a Chrome browser launch. Along with it, I wanna wait for a few seconds and I just wanna terminate the instance. And let me try to copy the imports as well and put it here. So it does has everything, guys. So this test contains a log, launching of a browser and then terminating the app. See, basically, I just created a new test. So let me try to run it and check it out whether it is just launching the basic browser and terminating it or not. Let's have a look into that. It launched the browser and it's waiting for a few seconds and it just terminated that particular program. Okay, once we are done with it, in order to generate a HTML based report, you need to run your program from this particular terminal. Okay, you need to run this particular program from your terminal. Okay, and followed by PyTest. So the first and a foremost thing that you need to do is you need to be in the folder which does has this test case. So cd test cases is the folder in which you have this particular functionality. So here what I am doing is PyTest test edit.py. So using a PyTest, I want to execute this particular test followed by hyphen HTML is equal to reports.html. So which means within the same test cases folder, it should generate a test execution report. Okay, so what is the issue? Hyphen HTML is equal to, okay, hyphen HTML is equal to reports.html. Okay, that's just a copy paste issue. I just typed it again. Okay, nothing, I haven't done anything else basically. So the test is being executed, and once after the test got completed, see here generated a HTML report, and you can see it in a reports.html. This is the reports.html. Right click, open in a finder, and I want to open it in a browser. See, this is the chunk that it got executed. That's a way that it is displaying that how exactly the HTML report looks like. Perfectly all right. The next and a more attractive way of reporting the things or a more graphical way of reporting the things is an Allure reports. In order to work on this particular Allure reports, you need to install this particular one. Hence, I am using a terminal and I was using brew install Allure. That's it. We have already installed a brew to that particular machine and I was using a brew install Allure. And whenever you click on it, it will take a few seconds to download this particular Allure. And after that, you need to add this Allure PyTest plugin to your PyCharm. So go to the settings, go to the interpreter, search for this Allure Python PyTest basically, and of course install this particular package as well. Okay, install this particular package. How this Allure is gonna work out means initially it's gonna generate a JSON files to a specific folder, and on top of it, using these JSON files, okay, it will read the JSON files and it will generate a HTML report for us. So you need to use these two lines of a code, Allure directory is equal to, and in order to generate the report you need to use an Allure serve. So what I'm doing right now is I'm creating a new directory as a Allure reports. Okay, I was creating a new directory with the name as an Allure reports. So in the terminal, okay, in the terminal, the only thing that I was using is, okay, PyTest. So here, okay, so here you need to categorize your report into this particular Allure reports directory, and of course followed by the PyTest you need to specify your test name, which is test edit.py. So here PyTest test edit.py hyphen Allure is equal to Allure reports into that. Okay, let me try to run this time, and this time I was just changing the time to just 1 second. And let me try to run this report right now. It's getting executed and it got a terminated. I have given just a 1 second itself. And after that, what we need to do, Allure serve that particular directory. You just need to use Allure serve, and that serve should be on that particular directory. And the directory that you are in right now is Allure reports is the directory. Okay, Allure reports is the directory. Now, let me try to run this particular chunk and see basically generating the report. See here it is stating that edit is the one that it got executed and it got passed, and it took 2 seconds to complete this particular execution. The complete information and the graphical representation is being shown. If you compare with the HTML report, the Allure reports are much more user friendly reports, guys. Okay, perfectly all right. This is all about the different types of reportings that we have in this. We'll continue with the next topic. Thank you. Bye bye.